Hey everyone, it's Sherry from the blog OurLifeHomeschooling.com. I'm going to be talking today about important life skills to teach kids in the summer. Now that summer is here, we have put all of our bookwork aside for the summer and we are taking a complete break. And I think that's really important to help them when we have to go back to school in the fall and they've really had a chance to do some other things and they're ready to hit the books again. But for now, we have put the bookwork aside. As homeschoolers, we really believe that learning is happening all the time, and it's not just when they are doing their math and science and history that they're learning, but they are constantly learning. And honestly, I feel like during the summer, my kids are learning the same, if not more. It's just a different kind of learning. And it's a kind of learning that we all enjoy. During the summer, we're busy in our garden. We plant vegetables and fruit from seed, watch them grow, harvest them. We're outside swimming. In the summer, we like to try some different entrepreneurial adventures. The kids have done lemonade stands. I like to do sewing projects. We don't fill our calendar with things to do, but it's just an opportunity to do some of the things that we enjoy doing, or maybe just ideas that we want to do, but we can't always do during the winter months, or when we're kind of focusing more on our formal subjects. If you think about it, kids want to mimic everything that adults do. You see them in the kitchen, just kind of pretending, getting the can opener and pretending that they're opening cans. They like to play games that mimic things that adults do. Kids really just want to be a part of our world and want to do big things. And I think it's really great to include them in a lot of the things, a lot of the skills that we do just regularly around the house, because they want to do adult things. When my kids were little, they would always ask, "Oh, can I help you in the kitchen? Can I help you make this recipe?" And initially my thought was always, "Oh, it just makes so much more work. It takes so much longer if they help me." And I didn't always have them help me. But now that they're older and they have been in the kitchen with me a lot, they're able to make dishes from a recipe. And, my girls will come ask me, "Can we make chocolate chip cookies, after we're done swimming or whatever?" And they'll go in and they get everything out, they make it all, they put it all away. And I am so glad that I included them years ago when they were little and they always wanted to help. So kids want to mimic us, and involving them in a lot of the work that we do, especially this time of year in summer when we do a lot of different work outside, I think is a great way to teach them some life skills. Yes, sometimes these life skills may seem like work, but that's also an important thing for them to learn. Not everybody wants to go out and weed or, do some of the chores, but that is part of being an adult. And I think when we all do work together and we adopt this motto of we all work together to meet the needs of the whole family, then it seems more like a group experience and something that we can be proud of when we're done, and less of something that's like a burden to them. I've written a couple posts on life skills, one on life skills to teach kids in the winter, life skills to teach in spring. This one is on summer. I've done some easy foods that you can preserve with kids in the summer. I will have those linked below. I've broken these life skills into two categories: life skills for everyone to learn, and then life skills by age. I'll start with life skills for everyone. One of the best skills that you can teach kids in the summer is how to swim. We have a pool at our house now, which we really enjoy, and the kids are out there every day. It's really taught them how to swim. But even before we had a pool in our last house, we didn't have a pool. We tried to make sure that the kids were in the water often so that they could learn how to swim. Another skill for everyone is learning to weed. This is one that no one gets excited about whenever, we say that we're going to set the timer for 15 minutes and we're all going to go out and do a section together. Nobody gets excited about it. Of course, it's work. But when we do it together, it makes it more manageable. We like to set a timer for about 15 minutes, and all work on a section together, or work on different sections together but within the same area. And I think that group mentality, when you're all doing it together for a small amount of time, really helps them. And weeding is not something anybody really loves to do, but it's something that has to be done. And so it's good for them to learn to do hard things in a short period of time. If you have never gardened before with your kids, gardening is a great way for them to learn where their food comes from, to just learn the discipline of being out there every day and nurturing plants, nurturing life, making sure they have enough water, making sure they have enough sunshine, watching something grow from seed, then to flower, then to see the vegetable, and to be able to identify different plants. Gardening is such a great skill for kids to learn. And even if you can just set up a small garden for them to have, maybe pick their own things that they want to grow in their garden, taking care of a garden during the summer is going to be such a great learning experience for them. I think all year long is a great time for kids to be in the kitchen cooking. In the summer, there are some different skills that we might work on, like learning how to cut a watermelon, learning how to grate vegetables. In the summer, we do some preserving. So any type of preserving like strawberry jam or blueberries, green beans, tomatoes, I like to include the kids in the work. Someone once told me whoever is doing the most work is the one learning. And, there's been times where I felt overwhelmed by the amount of work that we had to do. And it just reminds me, hey, they can help with some of this. They can do some of this. And, sometimes they may not want to, but they can feel the pride and the reward of seeing the job well done, and also realizing that they have learned how to do an adult skill. So it's always a good time to have kids in the kitchen learning how to cook and helping you. Maybe just have one person at a time help you in the kitchen. I have found that if I have more than one or at the most two helpers in the kitchen, it can be too much. But just having one or two kids help you, they learn so much just by working alongside of you. So secondly, I have broken these life skills down by age. I'll start with teens. By the time kids are teens, they are probably starting to work more and to earn an income. And their schedules get a little bit more complex as they get older. This is a great time for them to learn how to manage a schedule, to get a planner, to learn how to manage their time. As soon as they start driving, they're probably doing things out more with friends, and their schedule just gets so much busier. And so encourage them to get a planner and to start managing their time. As they start driving, they need to learn how to fill up their car with gas, how to check the oil. One great thing for them to learn is how to read a physical map. Most teenagers just use their GPS to get wherever they go, and they just kind of follow it step by step, but don't step back and see the big picture of where everything is located. And we had our oldest son once just put your phone away and follow the directions to get to this place, and just look at the map and see if you can, navigate your way that way as well. And I think it's a great thing for them to try. Also for teens, if they are working, it's really important to help them learn how to manage their money, to help them with their bank account. Many of them do things online, but have they ever gone into a bank physically and made a deposit or a withdrawal? It may not be something that, is going to be super useful in the future, as they'll probably do a lot of online transactions, but it's something that's still great to learn and, to not be so uncomfortable for them to try. For middle-aged kids, I have a list of a few things that they can learn to do in summer. Mowing the lawn. As soon as they are old enough and you feel like it is safe enough for them to mow the lawn, this is a great thing for them to be able to do to contribute to the family. And a lot of kids just love to mow the lawn. I remember my boys, when they were finally old enough, they were begging, "We want to mow the lawn." Of course, after they were doing it for a little while, then it wasn't so exciting, but it's a great skill for kids to learn. Just remember that whoever is doing the most work is the one learning. So if you feel overwhelmed by all the things that you have going on around the house, all the things you have to manage, step back and think, is there anything that the kids can help with? Is there any way that they can contribute and do more? A lot of times my initial thought is just, I got to add this to the list. We got to get this done. And I forget that there's a lot of things that they can do if we just help them get started. I think a great thing for middle-aged kids is for them to try out some entrepreneurial skills. Our kids have done bake sales. They've done neighborhood bake sales. We have done lemonade stands. Our one son was cutting firewood, and he hasn't tried it yet, but he has it started. He wants to sell firewood in the fall. Have the kids, is there something that they're excited about, some skill that they love doing that they could turn into a way to make money? Our older boys sell things on eBay, and that's been something that's brought in some extra cash for them. Our kids get so excited when they think about making money. So just see if this is something that your kids might be interested in. They would learn so much from the experience. Another one for middle kids is for them to learn how to hang clothes on the line. This is kind of an old-fashioned traditional skill. We are a large family. I love our dryer. I don't hang clothes on the line. Until a couple weeks ago, my daughter asked me, hey, can we get one of those ropes and we can put it across a couple poles and we can hang clothes on it? And I was a little embarrassed, and I just said, that's a clothesline. And sure, we can get one of those. They really want to try that. I don't know why that is so appealing to them. To me, I love throwing things in the dryer. But they asked for it, and so we're going to hang up a clothesline and let them have the experience of drying their clothes on the line. Caring for animals is another one that is a great skill for middle kids. If you have any pets, we have some farm animals, some chickens, and some pigs just during the summer. And the thing that I have loved about having them is that, first of all, it gives the kids something to go out and look at every day. But secondly, they have learned the kind of care that is involved in taking care of an animal and how much an animal depends on you, for everyday things. If it's their day to care for the chickens that day and it's really, really hot, and maybe they check the water in the morning and they're going to check it at night, but it's really hot. If they don't check it in the middle of the day on a hot day, that could really, really hurt one of the chickens. So learning to care for animals, even if it's just a dog, taking them out for walks, feeding them, learning when to feed them and how much to feed them. For young kids that are little love to play with water. So I love to just give them cups of water, give them a watering can, and let them go outside and water the plants. This keeps them occupied, and sometimes if they, water in the right places, it can be really helpful. Also in summer, kids are coming in and outside a lot. They're in and out, in and out. And this is a good time to teach young kids how to take their shoes off and line their shoes up wherever you have your mudroom or your area where you come in the door, and keep them organized and also in a place where they're going to remember where they are when they need to find them. These are just a couple ideas of life skills that you can teach your kids in summer. I think it's great to teach kids these kinds of skills year-round, but we have a lot more time in the summer because we're not doing book work. I have a couple more ideas about this topic on the blog if you want to check out OurLifeHomeschooling.com. I have the link to this post below, important skills for kids to learn in summer. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.